Hey platform, my name is Alice Oseman and I'm the author of 2 books, Solitaire and Radio Silence, and I make YouTube videos over at youtube.com/Alice Oseman. Now, it's Valentine's Day, and whether you're single or in a relationship, we all know that the only relationships that matter are the ones between fictional characters. We all love to ship characters in books, whether they're actual relationships that happen in the books or whether they're just characters that were clearly meant to be, but the author just didn't, they didn't see that, they didn't quite take that opportunity. But Penguin Platform has tasked me with the very important challenge of deciding which characters from different books, a classic and a YA book, should obviously be an OTP. So the first OTP that was clearly meant to be but could never happen is between Will from The Upside of Unrequited and Daisy from The Great Gatsby. Now, I hear what you're saying. Slight challenge in that these books are set about 100 years apart. So Will in The Upside of Unrequited is this cool hipster guy that the main character Molly kind of likes, mostly because he's just an absolute hipster, and I think that's kind of the only reason she likes him. But I felt a bit bad for him. He's kind of awkward and flirting. It's just every scene that he's in, I was just like, this is, you deserve someone on your level, Will. And that, my friends, is where Daisy from The Great Gatsby comes in. Daisy is the main romantic lead in The Great Gatsby. She is who Gatsby has been pining after for his whole life. Mostly because she's very like Will. She is very cool and aloof. Don't really know what's going on there. She's got a bit of a mysterious past. She's always wearing white. I think it's symbolic of purity or something English A-level. So what I'm saying is, put these two hipsters together, they can just go and be happy being hipsters and being cool and aloof, and they can just leave the protagonists alone because they clearly deserve each other. Next on my list is Tiny Cooper from Will Grayson and Dorian from The Picture of Dorian Gray. Tiny Cooper is a very dramatic, loud, excitable, and I always remember that he's just really tall. I haven't read this book for several years, but one of the main things I remember about him is that he's really tall. I don't know why that's relevant here. I don't know how tall Dorian Gray is. I don't think that's specified by Oscar Wilde. But also, Dorian is a very dramatic, excitable, loves drama. They both love drama. So what I'm saying is, put these two together, let them go and make some drama, probably, go to a lot of parties, do some, potentially illegal things. That's all I'm saying. I think it's meant to be honest. My third book OTP is another Daisy, but this time from Turtles All the Way Down. Daisy is the best, well, it even says here in the blurb, the best and most fearless friend of the main character, Aza. She's very outspoken and feisty, and she's living for the drama. And I'm pairing Daisy with Lydia from Pride and Prejudice. I think if they did live in the same time period, they would definitely be friends, because Lydia, if you haven't read Pride and Prejudice, she's just obsessed with teenage romantic drama. Much like Daisy is obsessed with Aza and her strange relationship with Davis. So, I think these two should get together, romantic or platonic, whatever, and just, gossip and set some people up and just, wreak havoc, basically. Okay, and my fourth and final book OTP which I saved for last because it really, it just really made me laugh when I thought of it, is Nathan, the main character of Half Bad by Sally Green, and Heathcliff from Wuthering Heights. Now, I know what you're thinking. Little bit of a, you know, difference in life experience there. Nathan is a half good witch, half bad witch, and Heathcliff is a very dramatic young man who likes walking around in the countryside. But you know, I think these two could just have a good time walking around in the countryside with like billowing cloaks on and with like bags under their eyes, and dramatic music playing in the background, and you know, sort of not quite talking about their feelings, but you know that there's something deeply sad going on there. So yeah, OTP. That is all the suggestions that I have, but I would quite like to know who you think should be together but could never be from two different books, whether that's a YA and a classic like I did, or two YAs or two classics or whatever. Just let me know in the comments because that's fun. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch more of my videos, I am over on youtube.com/Alice Oseman, and if you want to find out more about my books, twitter.com/Alice Oseman. Literally always talking about my books over there. So happy Valentine's Day. If you're still single, just think about book OTPs and that'll make everything better. That's the moral of this video. Okay.